guys, Emma here. It is a 50-degree and drizzly day in Sitka, but we are fine because we are in the greenhouse and it is humid and nice in here and we have so many plants doing well. And today our big project is going to be uppotting soil blocks, these teeny tiny little soil blocks that are like a half-inch little cubes. And we are just gonna pop them straight into some 4-inch containers and then we're gonna fertilize them. So I'm gonna start this project today and then I have to run an errand and then I'll come back and hopefully finish it today or early tomorrow. So this might be kind of a, this video might be a little all over the place. So if I change clothes halfway through, that's what happened. So let me show you what we're going to uppot today. In this lovely container, we have zinnias, calendula, Shasta daisies, gomphrena, and strawflower. You can see here the zinnias are just barely popping out. There's quite a few that haven't popped. The calendula is doing great, followed by the Shasta daisy. I'm really excited about that. The gomphrena isn't quite ready yet, so we'll leave those as is, but we will do the strawflowers. We can uppot those. In this little guy, these ones are looking great. I have already uppotted all of the Clarkia, which is this whole tray right here full of Clarkia. They're doing really well. These ones are definitely not ready. This is the snapdragons. Look at how teeny tiny and cute they are. And then we've got echinacea over here, which we'll definitely leave because there's only one. But there's some blushing lanterns, which I think we'll leave for a little bit longer. What I want to get taken out of here is the other straw flowers and the clary sage that I would like to get uppotted. Just a quick cover of what's going on here. We've got pansies that we're going to put into the hanging baskets out front. These are also going to go out front on the porch. We've got calendula that I started from seed and uppotted into 4-inch containers, along with dill and cilantro, all started from seed, uppotted. Also started from seed a couple weeks ago was the sweet peas. These are looking great. I don't think anything in here. We've got one sage. Also what I need to get uppotted is the delphiniums. We have delphinium blue and delphinium white. These we started from seed right here in these egg cartons and they are ready to go. They've got their second set of leaves, like true leaves, so we're gonna uppot those. Everything else in the greenhouse is looking good. So the biggest project is really just getting trays and trays and trays done of all these little tiny soil blocks and getting them uppotted into the 4-inch containers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a couple trays of the 4-inch containers, get some dirt in them, and then I've been using these teeny tiny little metal tongs to grab an individual little soil cube, plop it down into the soil. I've also been making little holes in the soil with the cubes that I use to actually make those soil cubes. Let me show you these. So these get attached to a soil blocker. When you make the little soil blocks, they're in these teeny tiny little squares, and then you can uppot them into even bigger soil blocks right here. And in the inside of these, you see they have like little curved nipples. I also have these tiny little plastic cubes. So this is what I use to just basically, I put the dirt into the 4-inch containers and I'll show you guys that. I press this little cube down. I use my little metal tongs, and then I grab a little tiny cube with a root that's hanging out, gently press it into the soil where I've made the little mark with the cube, and then go from there. So first let's prep all of our trays and containers with soil, and then we'll start transplanting all these little soil blocks. So excited. Okay, so we got our first set of dirt ready to go. I'm going to use my little cube and I'm just going to press it in and make a little spot for it. Press it in around it so it kind of holds its location. I did this with the last set I uppotted and it was so nice, it just slid right in. Push these all down. Kind of pack in the soil all around it. Here's a tiny little soil cube. I don't know if you can see this, but there's a big long root. Just gently press that down into the soil. Use my fingers, be gentle, and just tap it in. And that's one ready to go. I'm so impressed by how much root growth happens with these little soil blocks. Okay, that's 9 clary sage. That's all I have that popped up so far. I'm going to leave the rest of these little cubes in here just in case they decide to germinate. Now let's work on these straw flowers. Okay, that's 1 full tray of straw flowers and clary sage. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 more straw flowers, but then I've got some other straw flowers in that other container. So I'm going to go make up some more 4x4 pots. Well, it's the next morning before work and I'm in the greenhouse and I'm actually breaking a sweat because it's getting nice and warm in here despite being drizzly and cold outside. My thermometer says that it's 89% humidity right now in the greenhouse. I just finished up potting up basically every single thing that was in a tiny little soil block. The only thing that I haven't gotten done is the delphiniums that are in that egg tray. There's also a few things that had barely just sprouted, like the gomphrena and the snapdragons and the echinacea, so that will have to wait until it's a little bit bigger to get up potted into a 4-inch container, but I'll quick show you what I all got done. This I had done about a week or two ago. This is all Clarkia. We've got clary sage back there. We did that today. This whole section is straw flowers, followed by zinnias, blushing lanterns, and then an entire pack of perennial Shasta daisies, which I'm honestly the most excited about that one. The clary sage, blushing lantern, and Clarkia are all perennials, and the Clarkia, clary sage, and blushing lanterns, those seeds are all perennial Alaska Native plants that I had actually gotten from the Alaska Native Plant Society. If you haven't checked them out already, they're awesome. Every single year, they go out and collect seeds from native plants all around Alaska, and then they package them up and they only distribute a certain small batch. And I was lucky enough to get a whole bunch of native plants. I still have a whole bunch that I'm actually going to plant out in the next couple weeks in the yard, but some of them I thought I would try starting in the greenhouse, and so far they've been going really well. I am just excited about that. I love to fill my yard with as many native plants as possible, and I think the reason that they're doing so well, honestly, despite the fact that we've had such a cold, rainy spring, is the fact that they're native. Like, this is where they're meant to grow. And so I'm just really excited about those. I think they're going to be a really great addition to the yard and something that I won't have to, grow every single year. Hopefully, they will continue to create a beautiful crop every spring and summer. So it is just going to be bringing me so much joy this summer, you guys, having this space. Also, just being able to come out here and get out of the rain when it's 45, 50 degrees and raining, it like really makes me feel better. I've been struggling this spring. I'm not someone who typically really suffers from seasonal depression, but this spring has been hard on me. The 45 degree and raining every single day for months on end has just kind of started to bug me. And I'm getting like a little bit bitter about it. And I'm just like, when is summer ever going to come? Like, when am I going to get a break from this? But this greenhouse really gives me some mental peace. I come in here and I just feel so content and happy, and it's warm. I can work on stuff and not get wet, not be cold. Like, don't even have to really wear gloves. Although I did wear gloves because I just got my nails done. They look cute and I didn't want to mess them up. But it's amazing. If you guys are really thinking about building a greenhouse and you just haven't, pulled the string to make that happen, I highly recommend it. It is, especially if you live in a climate like me where it is rainy and cold for such a big portion of the year, it makes such a big difference. It makes gardening and being out in the yard so much more enjoyable, and you just have so much more ability to grow things. So I've just been really enjoying it and loving the Petunia greenhouse. She's got a few things left to do. I've got these hanging baskets installed out front, but the hardware store is sold out of the cocoa core liner, so I need to either order some or wait until they get some in. So I've got so many fun things coming up this summer, and I'm just really looking forward to it. Thanks so much for watching this video, and we'll see you later.